So not only is David being, implicated in this heinous crime of a young girl who lost her life, and seemingly based on all this evidence that we're seeing on social media, he may well have been in a relationship with this underage girl before she lost her life and was ultimately found in pieces in a Tesla. But the people around him, the people in his Discord, the moderators, the members, other people, management, all kinds of people are now being implicated and dragged into this. Obviously, there's these comments by this creepy Discord moderator called Moji. There's been a couple of different names that have popped up of people that have said super creepy things about kids, things that are super unacceptable. But there's a name that keeps popping up over and over and over again for me that made me want to look a little bit deeper into the situation. And interestingly, this one is actually a woman. This is a girl who goes by the name of Safia. And this is somebody who was allegedly another moderator for David, okay? And she basically has been kind of crashing out about this, I'm not going to lie. And a lot of people have been pointing out holes in the narrative. People are saying that they're onto her, and she's been saying she never knew Celeste, but some of these messages seem to point towards her knowing maybe a little bit more than she's letting on. So in this video, I just want to do a deep dive into this Safia woman, and really just try and get to the bottom of what her kind of role is in all this, and just how kind of some of the things that she's saying aren't really adding up. So this is a post that was just 9 hours ago on the David subreddit before it got locked. It says, every comment by Safia, David's mod on the situation, right? And so this is her original Twitter. It says wrestling, 21 Pilots, K-pop, Billie Eilish, Charlie XCX, Ariana Grande, okay? She a music fan, all right? She a pop fan out here, okay? So these are a bunch of different accounts for her in different places, all right? And this is, it says, I love David. Please notice me, Senpai Uwu, right? And she reposted this. David is gone. Groomer, Celeste. So people are saying she reposted a TikTok that kind of downplayed and sort of mocked what was going on, right? And she's essentially still following David. She's following David's Closet, all these other little fan pages for David, all right? And they're basically saying, look, she was riding for David. She was loving David, all right? People saying, y'all keep talking about David, but never about Ariana's tour. This is September 9th, so this is after the body was found. Right? So she's making comments. She's steady making comments, giving her take on this as it happened, and now she wants to distance herself from this thing. People saying, so she's been that yay woohoo girl in the server. What the F, bro? Just what the F? So that's her retweeting this alleged footage of Celeste backstage with David's brother after a show in June 2024. She's kind of playing dumb here, right? Oh, so she's been that woohoo girl in the server. What the hell? Saying, I thought her and Celeste were a different person. I just found out they're the same person. This stuff is getting really bad. Okay? People saying, this is September 20th, just 2 days ago. Should I address all of these allegations about me being connected to David and Celeste? I feel like I have to do it. Yeah, you do. You do. So she says, guys, I don't encourage you to dox people on the internet for mentioning her name or being part of his Discord staff team. Some of his Discord staff members aren't aware of her presence. I will tell you guys the truth once it's the right time for me to tell everything what I know. Don't know about that, all right? People saying, please DM me if you want to know the answers to it all, or even join my new server to see what me and some people have been gathering. So now she's trying to play the role of investigator. She was on the inside. Now she's trying to act like, oh, I'm just as worried as you got. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this thing too, man. All right. And then they're posting this, and it says, this was my first interaction with David watching this, man. So she's reminiscing on the first time that she was in the chat with David. All right. People saying, please block him. Please block him on Spotify to avoid contributing to him for making money on Spotify. I know that you love his songs like I do, but let's not support this PDF. Okay. And people saying, Doja got publicly scrutinized for shaving her head. Sabrina got cancelled over a cover art. Ariana got crucified for a mere newspaper rumor, yet y'all stream a literal murderer and PDF. So she's saying, yeah, let's block him on Spotify. I don't rock with David. Wait a minute, but what was all this? I love David. Please notice me. Well, now we all know how the whole world's noticing you, love. All right, now the whole world's all up in your grill, all up in your business. All right, for being involved with a bad one. So it says, these MFing label team letting this PDF message in the server. All right, she's saying lamp is a PDF. People saying, she's saying ban lamp. All right, so that's what's going on. All right, she's in there saying, she's in there saying, oh, it's so bad. Yeah, we've got to cancel him. But then these other messages surfaced from the 9th of September. Whoever accused my dog David convicted homicide, I'm coming at you. Time to start a GoFundMe to bail him out. A minute ago, you were trying to bail him out. People saying W mans, bro. I can't see what that actually says in the text on here, but it's basically something to do with an article, somebody responding I think that this is some kind of defense of David, and she's saying, yeah, W for that defense, right? Saying, how many days was the body in your car? People responding, and she's saying, these people are so funny, right? Says David made that once on stream with his girlfriend, and she says, one time he called me because he was trying to delete that stream with his girlfriend. That stream wanted you. She's the one cleaning up, all right? He's the one who wanted to delete that stream. People saying like around 10K. What is it saying? How many did he usually get before that? Like around 10K plus viewers. So they're saying how many people did he get on his live streams before all this popped off? She's saying like around 10K viewers. People saying, wow, that's wild. And she's saying, yup, one time he called me because he was trying to delete that stream with his GF. People saying, I remember that. And she said, yeah, they were talking about that Epstein Island. No, they were talking about that David Island, all right? So yeah, this is basically all of her little back and forth chats with different people on Discord. What does that one say? Let's stop with that. And that says, all right, let's stop with that on David. Basically, people are saying, so, all right, there's a bit more close-up screenshot of it now. So somebody's saying, in case of an investigation by any federal entity or similar, I do not have any involvement with this group or people in it. I do not know how I am here, probably added by a third party. I do not support any actions by the member of this group. So this Will guy, he's basically covering his tracks. People saying, yeah, wallahi, I agree with that. I'm on that. And then Safia does the same thing. She posts it. Like, this is going to help you. I don't think this is how it works, all right? You catch a body and you just type on Discord, I have in no way involved in any federal... Bro, the Fed's going to see that and laugh and put you on the list, all right? Same thing. Same thing. It says, in case of an investigation by a federal entity, I do not have any involvement with this group or the people in it. I don't know how I'm here. What about all the other stuff you said in the group? People are that dumb that they think that's going to save them. All right. And this is that same conversation. People saying David is Epstein. And she's saying, I swear to God, I've been telling this guy that you got to be careful. Now this is what happened. When you say you're telling him to be careful, what do you mean by that? You was telling him to be careful like, hey, I know what's going on. Don't get caught. Because if it was me, I'd be telling somebody, get the hell out of my life. Look at this. I swear to God, been telling this guy, you got to be careful. Now this is what happened. What the hell is she talking about? It says she definitely knew or partly knew something. She seems too worried and defensive about her part in being the server. She's mentioned too many sneaky, weird comments about Celeste and David. I recently saw a picture of this girl because it was linked to her Spotify, Discord, etc. And she was /is a Maya too. Safia, not true, not sure if true, but asking if anyone else has heard it. In response to someone saying David is Epstein, she basically says, yeah, I know, and I've told him to be careful. In other words, yes, I know he likes kids, but I've told him not to get caught. It makes her 10 times worse than him, in my opinion, knowing a child is being and abused, and she tells the to be careful and doesn't save the child to the point the child ends up murdered. She could have stopped this. She's just as responsible for that girl's death as he is. Now, you could call her an enabler if you want. Saying she's just as responsible, I don't know about that. But people saying she knew that last... they said exactly what I said. That last screenshot. What does she mean by that? She clearly knew he was abusing kids. All she did was tell him to be careful, the vile little demon. It's okay because being an accomplice to abusing kids gets the exact same sentence as actually abusing them. Oh no, that's tough. That's tough news for you. And that last message, she admits herself that she knew he was R-ing a child and likes kids, so she's also toast. This documentary is going to be wild when all the information gets out and it's made. We're cooking, all right? We're cooking. So they're all just pathological liars. LMAO, the police are gonna get them, all right? Bro, she's contradicting the crap out of herself. Thanks for doing this. She's suspect as F. Yeah, it's not good look. And people are saying includes these ones too. Include these too. All right, what was this one? Oh, this is just the emoji thing. All right, we already saw that, okay? We already saw that. So people are basically saying they're onto her, all right? They're onto her. They know what she's up to. They know what she's about. They're reposting this one, that same thing. I've been telling the guy, you got to be careful. David Epstein. David is Epstein. I've been telling this guy. When you see it in context like that, it's messed up. Apparently, she went on to say that she thinks he let someone borrow his car since he was in Atlanta. What? Wait, what? I need to see that screenshot. I need to see that substantiated. Bro, what the hell? She went on to say that she thinks he let someone borrow his car since he was in Atlanta, and that's what she was referencing. But now, why would you say this when they're saying he's Epstein and you know exactly why? Also, them saying this before she was identified. It's scary how recent this was. This girl is just as sick. What is wrong with him? I'm sure the Epstein topic is a slippery slope and may land you against going terms of service, which Celeste mentioned R word. And yeah, that is bad. That is bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. It is messed up. So David's mod basically claims that this girl basically claimed that she didn't know. Safia claims she didn't know Celeste, but she posted a TikTok that appeared to mock her death. All right. Apparently she had a parasocial relationship with Celeste and David, but now she claims she didn't know her. All right. Now she's claiming she didn't know her. Bro, I don't want to say too much her, but she did. Like, I got to watch out what I say. It's just crazy because me and David have been friends for a while, man. She replied, me too. Low-key didn't even know David knew a girl named Celeste. Didn't know she was in the server. Right? And saying Safia saying she barely knew of Celeste's existence. It's kind of crazy because she was the same mod who was explaining to someone that Celeste and Yewoohoo7 were different people. Saying, I saw a message that Safia left after all of the news initially came out, saying she warned David about potentially getting in trouble in the future. Not sure why she's backtracking all of this now, because she's trying not to get arrested. Okay? Saying that's the page. See her full profile in the app, man. Saying she watched the live streams with Celeste. She made jokes about how it was controversial. Celeste was tagging her on Discord. She was in every convo about David's girlfriend on the server. Then she claimed she knew nothing. Now she's reposting a TikTok that downplays the situation. How low can you go, especially because you talked to that girl yourself? She needs to be investigated. Her accounts were found because she used the same username for Spotify, which was following Celeste's Spotify. Safia also claimed to be from the Philippines, and this girl looks Filipina and posts about the country. She looks around Celeste, age 2. He had literal children thirsting over him, and instead of cutting her off like an adult, he like an adult should, he just didn't acknowledge it whatsoever. Okay. She was on this sub yesterday answering questions. She left more unanswered. Interesting how her, Moji, and Kylie all got on around the same time to address stuff too. All right. Saying I barely knew of her existence, but these comments appear to contradict that. Okay. And she was caught out commenting on that live stream where Celeste appeared, right? Look at this. Okay. Check the names in the stream. Safia. All right. What does that say? Asian dripped out. Yeah. Oh no. She found out in the comments, man. She found out. She was watching that, and then she's saying David called her about delete these clips, delete the VOD. Safia already confessed about her being in the live, but look at all the comments and all the other mods. Apparently Asian was there as well. They all knew about this. Someone sent this to her on Twitter because she claiming she knew nothing about Celeste. Okay, Queen. And this is the stream where Celeste was like, it's controversial of you to minors, which is why the chat looks like that, and which is why this Safia girl said, oh no. And she claimed, I thought her and Celeste are a different person. I just found out they're the same person. This is getting really bad. Bruh. It sounded like cap. Without a doubt, there are fans who knew. Right? That's what they're saying. Okay, so yeah, she was present for that conversation. She was apparently present in the Discord when this conversation went down with a deleted user that some people think is actually Celeste, saying that she was a V until she was 11. All right, people are saying that Safia was in the conversation going back and forth. She was there right before this deleted user is talking about doing stuff at 11. All right, that's crazy. Saying I got SA'd. So silly. It's okay. She was allegedly in that chat. Safia is in almost every questionable screenshot from that hellhole of a server, but knew nothing. I'm not buying it. Okay. And another post that was circulating from the Discord showed Safia and Celeste being discussed. This is another different conversation. Safia commented, 17-year-old flirting to 14-year-old girl. It's so weird. All right. So they're having these conversations around this time, all right? And they're saying the first 2 pictures are about Saf and the other 3 are about Celeste. Please read the bottom. And so this is apparently a conversation going back and forth about some creepy stuff going on. So a 17-year-old and a 14-year-old is weird, but when Celeste and David together, it wasn't, and she was 11 or 12, and he was 17. Make it make sense. The next set of screenshots, I believe, are Celeste telling the server about running away, and Moji one of the odds. Now the server owner, I think, encouraging her to do so. I could be wrong about this being Celeste, so don't take my word for it 100%, right? So this is basically, they're saying that this is a conversation with Celeste and the server owner, basically saying, so this was 2 years ago. I was younger, even though you guys tried to age the F out of me. Yeah, that was a minor, right? How old were you? You were talking about a bunch of girls from the server, including me. She says stuff happens. How old are you? 17. I'm 19 now. People are thinking that's a lie. All right. And then this is the deleted user commenting again, posting stuff. All right. Commenting, I plan on running away tonight. Why? Everything. You won't. It's Moji. Hi, Moji. I want to run away, to be honest. Haram. Can you file for independence at 14? This is looking like her. The numbers and the timeline kind of adds up for the ages. That's actually twisted. The owner encouraging a minor to run away is disgusting. That is messed up. Okay. And apparently someone else caught Safia speaking about Celeste on her Discord. So check this out, right? This clip is actually crazy. I saw a little bit of this earlier, but let's break this one down as well while we're here.
I was not doing enough research. I just joined David's Discord server to get ready for the screenshots because, yeah, she's not here and he no longer posts about her, so I'm probably guessing they broke up. She's still in here. Nope, she already left. Celeste, is that not her?
Safia.
That's his ex before Ye. That's his ex. What? Am I slow? Celeste is the girl he's showing his streams. Ye Woohoo 7 is the girl who spoiled him. So I assume my house is not my home. It's probably about Celeste, which is a song. I clicked on this picture.
So that was Safia, this post that we've seen a few days ago, right? About her basically talking about this house. My house is not my home, is being about her. So her saying, oh, I didn't know about her. I didn't know about her. I didn't know nothing about what was going on. Sounded like Cat.
And that's David doing this with the girl. And she has a ring on her finger. The dude said that supposedly it's not Celeste. It's supposed to be his new girlfriend or something. I don't know. Like, the ring on the finger just gives off Celeste. Like, she had a ring on her finger with David written on right here. So I don't know. This was in 2025. Somebody said, oh, are you like David's girlfriend? And then somebody replied saying, dang, she's a minor. Oh, dang, my bad. But notice how their accounts are deleted. I don't know, bro. Somebody said, when I say he made the best Alfredo Parmesan I've ever had. And then somebody replied saying, David made that once on stream with his girlfriend. Don't forget, they were saying that Celeste was popping up on stream. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. Did David break up with his girlfriend? It surely sounds like it. I don't know why. That was like last year. September, he had a GF. I just don't know which September, LMAO, 2023 or 2024. Guys, I'm gonna let y'all do the timestamps, everything. I'm gonna let y'all do all of that. By the way, I have her Spotify, and here's a shared playlist with Dave. I clicked the link. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? This is supposedly supposed to be the shared playlist with David. How does David drop heartbreak songs when he has never dated anyone? I remember him saying, like, he's never been with anybody. And then somebody said he has a GF right now, I'm pretty sure, in 2024 in December. Like, he was dating that one girl not too long ago. Who are we talking about, though? Like, who? He definitely had a girl or two. Wasn't he dating a girl with red hair? That's funny because there's literally a TikTok of David holding. You know what? I'll just pull up a screenshot. And voila. I mean, the day, I don't know. Y'all connect the dots for me because I can't do that. But right here, you see her hair? It's red. It's red. Regardless, if we go back to the screenshot, though, it says, I think he said that 2 years ago, though. So, yeah, my bad. And I realized he got a new girlfriend. We've known for weeks, bruh. Do you know what she looks like? All I saw was she was white with red hair. She replied to, we've known for weeks. No, I thought he was still dating his previous GF. And then this person said, who was his previous GF? She was in his stream before. Like, Twitch stream? Yup. What did I say? Let's not forget. Like around 10,000 plus viewers. Wow, that's wild. Yup. One time he called me because he was trying to delete the stream with his girlfriend. Let's not forget what the video was like. Let's not forget what David said when he was like, oh, man, delete this. Da, 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 da. When she was like, we have to delete this video. Don't forget. Do not forget.
Wow, that is crazy, okay? People saying, I'm convinced that Reddit will catch, bro. The PDF ring in David's Discord. I bet David has secret group chats too. Look at how Safia says that he went to her to help him with deleting the stream. So people are saying on the subreddits, all right, on David too, people are saying Safia is just as guilty as half of the Discord server, all right? Posting that same screenshot. It's very damning, okay? People saying it's time to, bruh, saying she wanted to bail him out. Saying W-Mans. Oh, we can actually see this now. This is great. So, let me see if I can zoom in. Can I zoom in? No zoom? All right, let me go back. All right, I'm going to squint and read this, okay? This is an original post that said, why are people trying to hide bodies in other people's cars? What the hell? No way that man did anything. The story says that the car was moved there for a few days, and then the stench was noticed. He's been touring far from California since early August. Anyway, stream romantic homicide. And then she's basically put W-Mans on that post. That is twisted, all right? They're finna use the lyrics for evidence. Yeah, no shit. No shit, right? I'm going to say that, I don't know, David. I'm banning them. It's too late. It's way too late, okay? She thinks it's a joke. She was the one saying on the other subreddit she knew nothing. It's Preds protecting other Preds. Hard to believe this is an adult woman. She failed severely in her duty to protect a child, took no responsibility whatsoever, and even dehumanized the victim. S-Predators only continue to do what they do because there's a network that supports them. Safia is a straight up moron. She's so embarrassing, 24, 25, doing all this. She knows better. It's so pathetic seeing these mods try and claim they have no business with David when they literally spent the last year harboring this PDF relationship with a minor. F these people. They're so scumful. Safia knows something. She knows something. They all know something. That's what they're saying. All right? I can't lie. Like, it seems like she knows something, okay? I don't think you could go as far as saying she's like the Ghislaine Maxwell in this situation, but it does seem like she knew what was going on, at least from those messages. At least her saying she tried to warn him, like, she tried to warn him not to go out like Epstein, like, that one's actually crazy. So, yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of other people are going to go down. I think that, deleting the Discord logs ain't going to help. I think some people are royally cooked, and this Safia person is definitely not looking too solid right now, okay? I got a couple more topics that I'm going to get through today about this situation. I got some other stuff from the Celeste subreddit that's crazy that I'm going to show you. Appreciate everybody that's tapped in, watched the content. Shout out to all of the investigators, all of the digital detectives that are looking into this and preserving the information. We're waiting to find out if there's going to be an arrest. It's all crazy. So I'll keep you guys updated. I'll see you in the next video, and thank you for watching.